Hello, welcome to the Self-Care Book Club. I'm Care, your host, your best friend, your confidant, and I'm so glad you're here. If you chose this episode, yay! If you skipped this episode, boo! You're not hearing me right now. Either way, I still love you. I hope you choose to listen to this episode. We are talking about the big G word. The big G word. What's a G word? I want you to see more of my hair if you're watching on YouTube. Got my haircut today, y'all, so slay. That's a word I've never ever fucking said, and I should probably never say it again. But I look good. And we're talking about the G word. What is the G word? Do you know? My friend got me this. We are talking about G-O-D. The big dog, the big man, the big woman. God is a woman. Whatever you think of it as, we're talking about it. And now don't leave. Don't leave. Please don't leave, because I hated this word. Hated it. Like, hated it. I hated this word. It used to make me feel icky. It used to make me feel maybe inferior. It used to make me feel not comfortable. And I, for a long time, was telling myself I didn't believe in God. Whatever, I had no idea what it was, to be honest with you. But that translated into me rebelling, kind of following in the footsteps of my brother. He was just like not believing in God. And so I lived in a very fortunate family where we had free will, where we could say we didn't believe in God and nothing bad happened to us. So I decided to not believe in God. Now, this happened for basically my whole entire life until, like, I don't even know. I have no concept of the last 5 years, but let's say literally only like 1 year ago have I gotten comfortable with using the G word. And maybe 3 or 4 years ago, really starting to open a spiritual relationship with myself. Maybe 5. It's been a journey for sure, but actually a self-aware spiritual journey, I should say. And so, yeah, let's say there's been about 25 years of really not believing in God. For me, this is my personal experience we're going to talk about today, but please, again, hang tight. If you hate that word, we can use the universe. We can use source energy. That's a good one. All of these words sound so gay. I know that. Like, I still even feel silly when I'm saying them sometimes, like I'm woo-woo or I don't know. But there is something bigger than you. Yes? There's something bigger than you. Something bigger than you that plopped you down in this little cute body of yours, that sent you to planet Earth to make a difference, to have some kids, to open up your own barbecue shop, to create your own purses, to pet your damn cats, whatever it is you're doing right now, something put you here, right? And we don't like to believe that. We like to believe in science or whatever. But this is science, friends. Like, something put you here. You started as a single cell, and now you are here. And if you don't believe in anything, then I don't know. I don't want to hate on you because, like, I have been there. Just keep listening because there's something to believe in. So I think it was the religion thing for me. Let's start there. I think my immediate interpretation when I was a child was that God was this big man up in the sky shaking his fist at you. He kind of looked like Santa, and he was just judging the shit out of everybody, right? I was like, this doesn't sound right. This doesn't make sense to me. If there is a God, if this man, which I thought he was at the time, exists, he wouldn't be so judgy. He wouldn't be, what I thought, like punishing us for our sins or whatever. And I don't know where I learned that, or I did go to, Bible study when I was much younger, and I did various churches and preschool churches and stuff like that. So I'm not sure where that came from. But I had this image of Santa Claus sitting up in the sky saying, you better be good or else you're going to hell, right? I had a problem with that. I also had a problem with, as I got older and I was more aware of religion, my friend said it really great today. She was like, I just have a problem when everybody thinks they're right, right? So whether you're Christian or whether you're a Jew or whether you pray to Allah, or whether you pray to the universe, lots of these beliefs, lots of these faiths say that this is the only way. You have to do X, Y, and Z, or else you're damned for all eternity. I got a problem with that because if everybody thinks they're fucking right, then who's fucking right? We can't all be right, right? So I got a problem with that. All of these ideologies are conflicting, right? They're conflicting. And that didn't make no sense to me. It's like, okay, if God is real, if there is a higher power, what have you, wouldn't we all agree on it? No, because come to find out, we all are very diverse. Yes, we know that when it comes to politics. We know that when it comes to simply the color of our skin. We know that when it comes to taste of food. So if you can just think of that again, as a truth that you've been telling yourself. So if you were raised Baptist and you believe that shit with your whole heart, then you're gonna believe that shit with your whole heart. I think moving forward, or I've even seen moving forward from, what little I've experienced in said churches, that people are becoming more open, right? We're adapting to the world that we're in. We're not shunning people for, being gay, and we're not excluding people from the churches that I know. I know that's not true 100%. I get that. So cool your jets. But don't spend time being mad at or about people trying to find something bigger, man. Right? I respect that. Mad respect to anybody out there going to church. Mad respect out there to anybody talking about it out loud. Mad respect for those of you who are curious about it. And mad respect, again, for those of you who are scared to say the fucking word because it's fucking scary. So I went from believing that to, I'm not going to say it was a lack of God that I didn't have values, but I definitely, we talked about this before, my values were all wonky, right? When I didn't have a faith or an understanding, I don't even want to use these words because it's not like that at all. It's not a religious thing at all. If there can stress anything to you at all today, it's that God is connection to something inside you. We are all source energy. We are all universal energy, if you like those words better. We are all love and light. And I sound so cheesy when I say that. But we truly are. And why should you trust me? I don't know. Because you chose to listen to this video. And I've seen some shit, man. I've been in the darkest depths of hell. And I still knew there was something more. That's what I'm talking about. Those little instances when maybe you can't pay your bills, or you're in a shitty relationship, or you're stuck in the bed, you're stuck in your head, and you're like, you know what? I could just not wake up tomorrow. But something inside you is like, nah, we're not waking up tomorrow, right? There is still hope for you. That little voice is source energy. As we always talk about, there's two wolves on your shoulder. The God is the one that is feeding happiness, feeding joy, feeding faith. These are all just words, feeding peace, right? The other one is the one you've been conditioned in this outer world. Maybe you think of God as your soul. Do you believe you have a soul? Again, this gets all kind of religious, and I don't really love that because if you could be in my brain right now, I've just so taken that aspect out of it over all the years. And it's taken time. So wherever you're at in this faithful journey, I know you're faithful. I know you believe in yourself because you're a member of the Self-Care Bear Club. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a member, staying curious, and listen to me talk about maybe some icky topics. But there is something, your soul is here, right? Maybe you feel it when you do yoga. That's really where I started to connect with myself, right? With the breathing and the movement. Maybe you feel it when you sing and dance. Maybe you feel it when you, all of my references are like playing. But when you laugh, maybe you feel it when you laugh. Maybe you feel it when you hug somebody, when you're in a safe space with somebody. Maybe you feel it straight out of bed in the morning, that first moment before you think any negative thought. And sometimes like it's barely even a moment for me, y'all. The air's been heavy out here lately. Hold on to that little light, right? That little light is this energy, this natural state of well-being. God is a natural state of well-being. It's not a man, it's not a woman, it's not a person. It's not even something that it has no face. Who said that? Like God has no face? It's not. We screw it up when we call it God. If anybody out there has finally checked out Abraham Hicks, I love the way Esther says that, or Abraham says that. We screw it all up when we call it God. And we really do. Like, I resonate with their teaching so much, and that was just another one that hit the nail on the head for me. It was like, we mess it up so much when we call it God. It gives us weird feelings. Some of us love it, and I love that y'all have stayed true to the faith, right? And maybe they just got it before I did. There's no right time. It's never too late. And you don't have to say the fucking word. I just want you to feel the fucking feeling. I want you to feel the feeling. And I know all you haters out there that are like, no, God is not real. Like, why would he do X, Y, and Z? Again, he's not a he. Why would this, and happen if you know, there's a higher power that's in charge of us all? Why would bad things happen? Well, we need to feel the bad things, unfortunately, or else we would never know what feels fucking good, right? Right? Can I get an amen? So there's that. There's a lot of people in the world that are not choosing the light. So when you get all that energy together, and there's a lot of people feeling a lot of things that are negative, some bad shit's gonna happen, right? That's the law of attraction. So you adding to the flames by not saying you don't believe in God, or pretending there's not something bigger inside of you, is only going to amplify that side of things. So maybe we forget all the language that I've used thus far. It's kind of hard, right? Are you triggered? If you're still listening, hey yo, and dial it back down to yourself. Yourself, not your physical self, not this flesh and bones, like the self inside of you. Again, the one that lights up when you see your best friend call, the one that feels like a kid again when you sit your ass in the grass. Like that connection, whether how short the moments are or how fleeting they are in your day in and day out, with all the routines and the bullshit and the texting and the calling and the things we got to do, right, on our to-do list. Those little moments of connection are your God, are your source energy. And the more we can tune into those and let them guide us, I mean, I've seen it, I felt it. It is just what has changed my life. It's the reason I'm not flunking out of college. It's the reason I got out of the bed. I became honest about where I was at and how I moved forward and how I truly move forward and how I find happiness and how I find peace every day, even in my hardest of days, right? I say a little prayer, I do a little dance, I make a little love, And I get fucking down, man. I get down with God. I'm saying it so much. I'm saying it so much. Literally a year ago, I would not have said this word to you. Nope. Now I'm entertaining going to church because let's think about it. If you listen to me, if you listen to Abraham Hicks, if you listen to Joe Dispenza, if you listen to Tom Cruise, I was going to say Tom Brady, if you listen to anybody who is trying to lead you in a better direction, like we're all speaking the same the same language. We're using different words and different language, but our mission is all the same, right? It is all to be this higher power, be your higher self. Maybe you've heard it called that, your higher self, right? Not this bullshit NPC character going around here. Is that redundant? NPC character? Just going around like, no, I like pineapples. Do you like pineapples? Oh, you don't like pineapples? Okay, well, see you tomorrow. Like, is that a conversation you've had recently? Your higher self is calling you, friends. You don't have to go to church. You don't have to go anywhere. You can sit in damn silence and find it right now. So let's all start by taking a deep breath in and letting go of all the judgment you feel. Because I know you do. It's in my shoulders. I still feel it. I still feel it after this time of loving God and the universe. The universe, your spirit fingers, your spirit, it's out here. It is connecting us all. It's the reason that maybe sometimes you're thinking about somebody and then they call you before you can call them. It is the reason maybe you were thinking about eating a cheeseburger and then you go by the best cheeseburger store of all time on your way to work or on your way home. I would feel really terrible if I ate a cheeseburger on the way to work, to be honest with you. But that doesn't mean it doesn't happen sometimes. I had a bagel before I went to work today. It actually makes me hungrier when I eat before I go to work. What about you? It's the reason. These are not coincidences, friend. You can think they are. You can live in your black and white world and have all the fun you want. I'm not asking you to do anything except stay curious. Stay curious. There's a reason people talk about it for years and 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 years. In every culture, every society ever, there's some sort of idea of gods or a god or a higher power or something supernatural. What did Jesus say? I'm taking this from Abraham. Jesus said, go forth and tell no one. Because why? Nobody's going to fucking believe you. So I can sit here and talk till I'm blue in the face. And unless you are making an effort, that's not the right word. Unless you're piping down and getting off your phone and getting back to nature, best thing you can do right now if you want to feel God is get out into nature. If you've ridden a horse before, if you've pet a cat, that is the energy. You're like, oh, it's so simple. What does that mean? How is that God? Excuse me. I don't know. It just is. Think of a moment where you were truly blissed out, like resting bliss face. Oh, sitting on a rock, sun on your face. I don't care what you were doing. Think of a moment that makes you truly peaceful, truly at ease, truly joyful. That's God. That's God. I don't know how else better to explain it. Maybe I'm not doing a great job. And that's okay. But again, thank you for listening. Thank you for staying curious. If you have a God story, I would love to hear it. A universal intelligence story, an Abraham Hicks story, like a yoga story. If you're looking for a place, again, to start meditation, yoga is a great way to connect to your source. Your source. Let's make it about us because we love to make it about us, right? As humans, we love to be the center of attention, whether we think we do or not. So come back home to you. Focus on your source energy It's hard to explain because I want it to be like a visual thing. And that, my friend, it is not. Focus on your energy, your vibe. And remember, if you're feeding the fear, the famine, the poverty, like, I know people out there suffering. I'm not an idiot. But if you're feeding that wolf is only going to get bigger and badder and scarier. It's always going to be there. But so is the other wolf. So feed the one that feels love, that feels joy, that feels fucking grateful. Gratitude is a great place to return to. And again, do it for you. Do it for you because I want you to, this is your life. This is your life. I want you to do it for you. If you can't do it for you today, maybe do it for somebody else. Think about really making the world a better place. If you haven't decided it yet, you really do make the world a better place when you show up in a good mood. So, whatever it is that gets you going, thank you for listening. And thank you for listening to my story and my history with God. God. And yeah, until the next episode, I love you so much. Remember, it all begins within, and that's all I'm really saying here, y'all. So give yourself a hug and take care out there, my friends. Namaste, bitches.